Hello, beautiful people and beautiful family. Welcome to Matty Bakers. In this channel, we'll be featuring cakes, recipes, avoidable baking mistake. When you look at my counter here, you will notice I have caster sugar, I have self-raising flour, I have one egg, I have 150 grams of raspberries, I have 90 grams of butter, and I have buttermilk. Now, sometimes you are baking or you just started baking and then you realize you don't have buttermilk. What you do is that you take your apple cider vinegar and some milk, you set it aside and it will become buttermilk. So, we want to make muffins and it's going to be a raspberry muffins because when you look at the raspberry I have here is 150 grams. So what you do is that before we start making our batter for muffins, this is our cupcakes which we've already laid out on the tray. So now what we need to do is to prepare our batter. And you see, when you put them together, you have to make sure that they are inside, literally inside. So the first thing first is that we are told this recipe, we are not going to use a hand mixer or a stand mixer. However, you may want to use it when you're at home. Just make sure this is 200 grams of caster sugar, self-raising flour, this is 375, this is 90 grams of you can use butter or margarine, and then we have 150 grams of fresh raspberry, and we have one egg and one and a fourth of buttermilk. So these are the ingredients. So the beauty of this recipe, doesn't take long and you don't have to have all the equipment of bakers to make these muffins. If you have children who maybe they like a treat from time to time, as a mother you can always prepare for them without worrying. So we are told we take our bowl, which is the first thing. While we are taking our bowl, we put the flour. And then we put in the margarine so that we rub in together. Sometimes after you weigh your butter, it doesn't like coming out the bowl, so you just use a spatula. Then they say you mixed it, so we're going to mix it. To make sure that it's mixed well. Now you see. So after we've mixed the sugar, after we mix the butter, we put in the sugar, and considering our sugar is custard, we've made it fine so that it's easy to combine. So see, now it has combined. Our next step is we're going to put buttermilk. So now we're going to mix. This is good for especially kids. It is, it is healthy because it has fruits inside. And then we add the remaining buttermilk. has some flour at the bottom. So we're trying to make sure that the mix, it's consistent. We add our egg. Sometimes the recipe can say beaten egg. Sometimes it just depends on how you want to put it in the batter, because even if you mix, you still have to mix it in the batter. Because it's not supposed to be over mix, because the end result, we still want to see the raspberry in the muffins. And remember, this is ready. Let's put in the raspberry, our blueberry, our raspberry. Ooh. Our butter is so ready now. And this is our cupcakes. So now we take the butter and having this ice cream spoon really helps, you know. Because it makes your work easier. You just know 1 spoon is enough. Okay, it depends on your cupcake case. How big is it? Is it small or is it big? Some are 2 inches, some are small, like the cups I'm using today. You see, this is enough for it to start to go and bake. So, and it will bake for 20 minutes. Our oven has been running for 5 minutes, so the temperature should be 200 because it's going to bake for less time. Baking time is 20 minutes. So here comes our cupcakes. Always just check this to make sure you have the correct reading, because if not, your cake can backfire. So now let's wait for it to bake. Now let's remove our raspberry muffins in the oven. Look at them. This is a raspberry muffins. Ooh, they look very, very delicious. So now let's put them at the counter. Let's put them on the counter. So ooh, they're still hot though, so make sure they've cooled down. So you see, this is our raspberry muffins, and the way they've turned out, they look very, very beautiful. And this is actually some of the treat. Considering children are home, you can be able to bake this for them, and you don't have to worry because it's healthy. It has a fruit inside and it will be able to taste nicely. So if you enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any question, I will be happy to answer you. And you see that this is just some of the things that as mothers, or if you have young ones, you can always bake for them to bite on. And it's sweet. You don't have to spend money. You just use the things that you have in the house. So let me know your take on it. I would appreciate if you can write a comment or you try the recipe and let me know how it went. And that's the point of actually when I give you the recipe, so that you can try it out and tell me, did it come out the way it looked in the video or was it different? So from now, see you later, and let me have them with some. I always like anything with coffee because coffee makes everything taste so fantastic and nice. Bye now.